All right, guys, just torturing Lenny a little bit there in the intro, having a little fun, just kind of going with whatever I'm inspired to do here. Today we're going to be checking out the Benson Preamp, okay? And what this basically is Benson Amplification has an amp called the Chimera, and that particular amplifier has a very cool circuit, and it has a just beautiful characteristic to it. It is such a wonderful amplifier. And this is kind of like their Chimera in a box, and it's intended to be a preamp that can really give a lot of varying tones depending on how you set it up. Right now we've got it set up for a pretty good little kiss here on the front of the 68 Super Reverb. So we're running a Fender 68 Super Reverb with the Fender Strat, and we're using our Strymon Flint for just a splash of reverb, but for the most part, pretty much straight amplifier. Let's listen to the naked 68 Super Reverb. right, it's a Super, guys. All right, let's get on to the preamp. You've got controls for volume, drive, bass, treble. Let's try getting the drive on the low end. Let's crank our volume just a bit. Let's get our treble and bass at noon. Give that a listen. On the neck pickup here of the Stratocaster. Very nice, very pretty, very low gain, and kind of gets under your fingers. It's sort of chewy, if that makes sense. It reminds me in this setting almost kind of like a compressor, right? You get a bit of compression because of the preamplifier circuit you're getting through the Benson here, but without adding a whole lot of drive. It just adds a bit of fatness and a little bit of compression, and it's great. It's like a low gain sort of tube screamer type thing that it's doing there. I can dig that. Let's get on the bridge pickup and give it a listen. And I'm sorry if the playing's a little sloppy, guys. I just woke up. It's still early. All right. It's very, very articulate and clean. You know, we wanted to check out this Benson Preamp because a lot of folks have just been singing the praises of this particular pedal. And, you know, Benson primarily makes custom amplifiers. This is the only pedal they have, so they're not really a pedal maker, they're an amplifier builder that just happens to have a pedal. And it's really cool. Okay, so let's get down the rabbit hole a little bit. Let's get that volume down a bit. Let's get on the top end of the gain. Let's see how much drive we've got. And we'll leave the everything at noon and just see how it sounds. I can say that this pedal definitely imparts some really cool fidelity on the signal. It's got a certain kind of fatness that I'm hearing, some compression. Let's see how the drive actually sounds when we get closer to the top end. Now I'm going to dish out a lot of the tone on the bridge pickup. And let's hear that bridge pickup with the Benson here. And this is the drive all the way at the max. Okay, and we've still got a splash of reverb. Hopefully that's not overpowering. That's for my sanity. I can't stand dry amps. So, okay, let's give it a listen. Very gritty, okay. Kind of forces you to dig in and really play there. Very juicy. All right, let's check out the neck pickup. You know, it's not overly harsh or bitey. Obviously, we can dish out or add any amount of treble or bass we want. But I like to go sort of the middle of the line on the knobs to know what our range is, so we know we can go in either direction, any amount we want. I do have the bright switch engaged on the Super Reverb. That might matter a bit, but really nice sound. Very, it reminds me very much of a cranked blackface Fender in terms of the way that drive sound is really getting on the top end. It sounds like a cranked Fender Deluxe is what it reminds me of. But then also it sort of gives me kind of a bit of this almost Dumble-like kind of Zen Drive thing going on. Well, I happen to have a Zen Drive on the board, so we'll hear a Zen Drive next to the Benson Preamp. Let's get that drive back just a scotch. Let's add a little more bass. Actually, I lied. We didn't listen to the neck pickup. Let's do that real quick. Not too bad. Let's back off on that drive, get our bass down, our treble up. Let's try to get that spankiness of the Super I'm hearing back in there on the neck pickup. See if we can get her a little bit more spanky there. Much better. I dig it. This thing can really get into a lot of different sonic territory. This is just a Stratocaster, but it sounds great with Tellys, Les Pauls, things like that. This pedal can go into a lot of different places depending on what you're trying to do. It can really do that clean boost thing really well. It can get into the drive spectrum. It can get right on the edge if that's where you want it. Maybe you've got a tube amp that's already being pushed into overdrive and you want to just add that little bit of extra to help it kind of, make the strings sort of sing a little bit and really get in there and kind of feed back under your fingers a little bit. It can really do that. And I see that as being where this thing excels. Let's listen to the Zen Drive. Since I compared it to the Zen Drive, now the Zen Drive right now is set up actually pretty similar to where the Benson is right now. The gain is about in the same location. So this should be a pretty good direct comparison. I'm going to leave everything on the guitar set up where it is. I'll just play a few lines on the Zen Drive and then change back to the Benson. We might try getting that drive back up on the Benson, but the way it feels under my fingers reminds me a lot of a Zen Drive, which is great because the Zen Drive is a great pedal. So I can see why a lot of people like the Benson. The footprint, it is a rather large pedal compared to some other enclosures. The The jacks look to be robust and in a really great location. I love the fact that the power goes in on the top of the pedal. I'm sort of a top of the pedal power kind of guy, so that's great for me. Of course, it has a true bypass, 3-pole double throw. And I do like the fact that with the layout that they chose, that the knob is, or the switch is really far away from the knobs. You don't have to risk accidentally bumping the knobs. Sometimes you have to play the whole tap dance thing and try to play around to get the pedal to go on and off without hitting the knobs. So the layout is not bad. The pedal is a little large, but hey, I'm digging it. All right, here's the Zen Drive. Notice how I'm playing my fingers versus a pick. The Zen Drive responds so beautifully to picking dynamics, and that's one of the things that I love so much about the pedal. I'm going to engage the Benson. Hear what I mean? It's kind of in there. In a lot of ways, the Benson is a little cleaner than the Zen Drive, setting for setting. Okay, now, I don't know, it's such a tough decision because the Benson really does impart its own unique characteristic to the sound. It's not that mid-range hump that you would get out of a Dumble-style pedal. It's not the low overdrive type of thing you're going to expect to get out of a Tube Screamer. Okay, it's sort of its own animal. Okay, and that's the cool thing about it, and I can see why people like the Benson so much, because it sort of is its own thing. It's not really a copy of some other pedal. It doesn't remind me of any other pedal so much uniquely. Imagine being able to get the Tube Screamer sounds you want, but also get into Zen Drive territory. It can kind of do it. It can get that low gain thing, that low compression thing. It can get that boost thing if you want, and then it can also get that sort of higher register Zen Drive singing characteristic. So it's a cool pedal. I like it. I definitely want to thank the folks at Atlanta Discount Music for loaning me this particular unit. I don't own this one. It's a loaner, so thank you guys for loaning it to me. Definitely want to thank y'all for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. And this has been the Benson Preamp. Remember, we post every Monday and Friday here on Guitarsenal. Make sure you tune in and get all of our videos. We're posting all the time like madmen. Click that notification bell. Get our videos. Support us. Consider dropping a like on the video. Comment. Even if you just comment with an emoji or something, leave comments. That'll help us with our search engine optimization and getting us out there. Hopefully more people will follow the channel. So thank you very much. I'm going to make a little more racket here with the Benson Preamp. Let you guys get back to your day. I'm going to be a rogue here. I'm going to use the middle pickup on the Stratocaster for the outro. Have a great day. See you next time. I dig it. This is a cool pedal. I'll tell you what. It's had a slapback, a delay from a Boss DM2, old school 80s Boss DM2, and just have a little fun here. All right. Let y'all get back to your day.